Our next unit is learning how to write a summary of a nonfiction text. You may remember back to the fall when we learned how to summarize a fiction story using the somebody wanted but so then organizer to make sure we hit the most important points of a story without just retelling each detail. The keys for writing a summary in nonfiction: number one, always start with the title article and the author's name so the reader would know what text you are talking about. Number two, your details are going to come from the 5 W's and how, which we'll see on the next screen. It is okay to not have all of those elements when you're summarizing a nonfiction text. And then finally, number three, make sure in your summary that you are hitting the main idea, expressing that, which you already know how to identify the main idea. You probably remember these W words: who, what, where, when, why, and how. These are the details we're going to seek out to get from each article. Again, as I just mentioned, you do not have to identify everyone for an article, but the more of these you can answer, the easier it is to put a summary together. Finally, when you're writing your summary, make sure you are sticking to the facts in the article. Do not put your own ideas in or inferences that you make. You should be able to point to where in the article you're getting this information from, and that you're getting in the most important details and not necessarily just the most fun facts. Here's what our new article summarizing organizer looks like. It has your 5 W's and your how in there. I'm going to practice with you identifying all of these pieces for an article. We already saw our Megalodon article. You'll notice that I've even gone through and highlighted by color based on the worksheet above where I found all of my information. You do not have to do this when we do further article summarizing, but I found it helpful to get my information as I read. I also don't need to fill out my organizer in the order that it goes. I can bounce around on this top part and fill in the information I know. So I'm going to actually start with who, because it mentions the who first. Molly Sampson. I had highlighted that below. The what is she found a megalodon tooth. When did it happen? I have that highlighted in yellow. December 25th, which is Christmas, by the way. 2022. The where was easy to find in this article as well, too. I have this in green here. Calvert Cliffs State Park in Maryland. The why did it happen? What caused the events to happen? There's a bunch of information here. For the why she found it, I did note in blue there that she likes to hunt for fossils. And then the how, could be some debate about the how and how this came to be, but the article did mention that she received waders, which are waterproof overalls, for Christmas, and now they could go into the water for fossils with those overalls on. So they went to the beach with her father. That led to them finding it. And also I noted to how they then took it to a scientist who verified that was a megalodon tooth. So there's a lot of information I could put here. I'm not going to put all of it. So I'm just going to say how. I'll say Molly, her sister, and her dad went fossil hunting in the water with their new waders. All right, it's time to put the summary together. You always need to start your summary with the title of the article and the author. I already put that into my summary box. It's a super long title for this article, and we don't have an actual name of an author, just an organization, but that's okay. So you need to always start by identifying the title and the author. I'm going to go ahead and use all of the work I already did up above to start putting my summary together, but I need to put it into complete sentences. I really can't just copy and paste each of these boxes into the summary box. It's not going to make any sense. But I'm just going to combine this information, a lot of it, to make a really short couple sentence summary that hits all the important points. So after my title and author here, I will say, is about a girl named Molly who loves to hunt for fossils. She discovered a megalodon. And again, it does not like to spell megalodon. So she discovered a megalodon tooth in, what was it called? Calvert Cliffs State Park in Maryland on December 25th, 2022. My last sentence, I just got to sort of get the how and the why. Oh, I got the why, that she likes to hunt for fossils, but more so the how. So I'll just end by saying she got waders for Christmas and went in the water where she found the fossil. And I could add in here too, this is really hitting my 5 W's in a how, but I could also add in there too, they took it to a laboratory and it was verified by a scientist to be a real meg tooth. And that is my summary. I really just used the information I had put above to make a complete sentence, to put it into complete sentences. And when I read it back to myself, I ask myself, would somebody who had not read the article get the full picture of the most important details from the article? And I think the summary does the job.